Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 796.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. Well, I guess we have a delayed election now. This is something that I waited until this morning to podcast for you because I didn't want to do something last night and have dated information for you this morning. So up to the minute report, this is from Market Watch, written by Barbara Kohlmeyer. It says global stocks are volatile as a protracted wait for the U.S. election looms. And it says global markets experienced choppy trading on Wednesday as investors woke to a tighter than expected presidential race that could be days from an outcome. There were also threats of possible legal action over the election from President Donald Trump. U.S. stock futures bounced around, with Dow futures last down 40 points, though surging as much as 400 points and falling more than 200 points throughout the early hours. S&P 500 futures rose 0.6%, while the biggest moves were reserved for the NASDAQ 100, which climbed 260 points or 2.3%. The U.S. dollar index also gave up a 0.4% gain, but backed away from gold, which fell 1% to $1,893.60 an ounce. Treasury yields were falling across the board, with those for the 10-year U.S. government bond down 7 basis points to 0.7938%. In Europe, major indexes also swung around. The Stoxx Europe 600 was last up 0.8%, with the FTSE 100 index and German DAX 30 index up 0.5% each. Technology-related gains may reflect investors contemplating the reduced chances of a Democratic sweep and therefore less oppressive restrictions on tech names, Stephen Ines, federal global market strategist at Axie, told clients in a note. Both Democratic challenger Joe Biden and President Donald Trump appeared confident when addressing supporters separately in the early hours. Dow futures fell as much as 400 points when Trump said in a speech that he believes he will win and threatened to take the election to the Supreme Court, though he wasn't specific over what kind of legal action he would take or what he was contesting. The first of the big battleground states, Arizona, went to Biden, while Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania remain key states that are undecided with millions of votes to count. But despite indications from early polls in the lead-up to the election, the race has been tighter than expected, and the two candidates are now in a fight for key states. A conclusive result could take a few days or more, potentially spurring market volatility and leaving open the possibility of a contested result, said BlackRock Investment Institute in a note to clients. We prefer to look through any volatility and stay with high conviction positions amid any sell-offs in risk assets. Likely low trading volumes in this period could magnify market moves, said BlackRock. BlackRock added that the outcome of the election will play out within fixed income and leadership for stock markets. Under a divided Biden government, long-term yields would be capped, but over the longer term face a challenge amid the possibility for higher inflation. We expect tech companies, the quality factor, and large caps to perform strongly under a divided government, as they have done in the past, said the team. We see challenges for emerging markets assets and global cyclicals in a second Trump term due to a possible resurgence in trade tensions. The Senate race is even more important for markets if Democrats cannot recapture control, noted Eleanor Krieg, Australian market strategist at Saxo Bank. This means a stimulus deal will have to clear a Republican Senate, where the current majority in the Senate has been the holdup, says Krieg in a note to clients. Investors are hoping for a stimulus deal to shore up the U.S. economy as coronavirus cases continue to climb across the country. That is, as Europe also battles the second wave of the virus, with various lockdowns hitting several countries. Democrats flipped one Senate seat as John Hickenlooper defeated Republican incumbent Cory Gardner in Colorado, but Republicans flipped one too in Alabama. Other competitive Senate races have still not been called. It's the Senate race that holds the most answers for risk assets, as it will be crucial in determining the timing and size of another round of aid that the U.S. economy so desperately needs with benefit cliffs fast approaching, said Krieg. All right, there's some other information at the end of this article that I won't go into, but it does interestingly make a note that several states did pass cannabis laws. So I believe South Dakota and Arizona. So we're going to be hearing about which states now have legal recreational or medicinal cannabis perhaps, which is great for the cannabis industry that we support for medicinal reasons. So in the next few days, we'll see how this all plays out. There's going to be a lot of back and forth, maybe even some Supreme Court action and decisions. And so far, the stock market is shrugging it off, but we could see some interesting ups and downs as things continue to play out. So we'll be following along and see what happens. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.